Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, May 2nd, and we're going on a field trip today in 3rd grade. We are headed out to a wildlife refuge. We actually go there 3 times during the school year. It's part of our science curriculum. I love going out there. It does make for a long day because obviously you don't get a break. We bring a lunch, so we're with our kids like all day. But it's fun, it's outdoor learning, different rotations. The volunteers out there are awesome, and it's always fun just to spend the day out there learning. I do remember last year at our spring trip, it was raining like all day, and that wasn't as enjoyable, but it's supposed to be pretty nice today. It's supposed to be like high of like mid 55, clouds throughout the day, so it should be a pretty good day for our 3rd trip out there. In the fall, we learn kind of about how animals prepare for winter. In the winter, we go snowshoeing, and what else? We learn about like just different ways. Oh, like animals. Like we look like how they move through the snow, and like migration, different things like that. And now we will also now talk about the animals coming back north to migrate back for the spring. We'll talk about that and like the hazards they have. We'll talk about spring sounds, like the noises frogs make, because that's based off like the water temperature. Bird calls. We'll go for a hike. So it should be a fun day. So let's do this. It is about 7:30. I just fed the dogs. I have my layers on. I'm gonna tuck my pants into my socks when we get there because it's tick season, so you don't want those getting under your pants. And we kind of have talked about how to prepare for today with the kids. So like lighter colors make it easier to see ticks. So I told them like if you have lighter colors, that's great. But long pants, you have to wear long pants. Have socks. Tuck your pants into your socks. It doesn't make you look super cool, but then you know the ticks aren't getting under your pant legs and onto your legs. So that's the fit for the day. But anyways, I just ordered a coffee. I'm gonna grab my stuff, go get my coffee, and get to school. Here we go. I almost forgot to pack my lunch. I just got 4 Lunchables. I will not eat all these. I'll probably eat like 2 or 3. I always have had the habit of bringing a couple extras in case a kid forgets, but also we get a couple extra bag lunches from school in case a kid forgets too, but I'm prepared at least. Also gonna pack a couple beverages. Got my coffee. This is our like first aid kit bag, my backpack. I am gonna bring my hat and gloves. I don't like having cold ears and it's a little breezy, so hat, gloves, because being cold isn't cool. I'm gonna be warm. Put those there. We added the vest, so we're good there. It's not really supposed to be too sunny, but we'll throw some sunglasses as well. I have some copies of our schedules for me and the chaperone. A couple class lists. There are Band-Aids in the first aid thing too, but I'm gonna put some in my backpack as well. I think I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready to go have our bag lunches from the school. Got my life together, I think. These are the stations we'll do today. We will do Hidden Hazards, which I'm 98% sure is like a migration game where they like there's like a jump rope that's being wiggled around, and that's like a power line. There's a student who gets to wear a cat puppet and gets to run around and try to tag people because that's like a cat eating a bird. There is windows, so 2 chaperones will have their hands behind their backs and they pick a hand, and it's either going to say open or closed, and they can either get through the window or they run into it, and if they die they go to the bird cemetery. That's what they call it. And then there's one where they have to pick a poker chip color, and that's going to determine the type of fertilizer that was used on the crops. So if the person who's a tagger chooses blue, that means anybody who chose a blue poker chip dies. So they don't know the color that's going to be chosen until afterwards. So, but they have to grab a poker chip because it's their food. What else? I feel like there's another hazard. That might be it. But anyways, it's a very fun game, and it teaches them the hazards of migrating birds. So that's our first station. I like when that one's like after lunch because they get to run around, but it's a really fun one. So that'll start the day on a fun note. After that, my group is going to go on a bird song hike. So they'll have recordings of birds, and we'll also listen and see what we can hear. And then we will do compass migration. So they learn how to use a compass. We did use compasses in the fall. I did review with them the other day, just because it's a lot more enjoyable if they can spend more time doing the activity than learning how to use the compass. So we did practice the other day, so hopefully that helps out. We'll have lunch, and then we do the place we're going, the insert name watch, which is where students just journal, and we go out like usually like an overlooking area overlooking like a lake or a pond, and it's just quiet. They find their own area. They can draw pictures of what they see, what they hear, what they feel, what they smell.
Maysburg.
So everybody put your green on.
180.
We made it. It was actually a really good day. It's a little chilly in the morning, but then the sun came out and it turned out to be beautiful. So no complaints there. It was a fun day of outdoor learning. The kids loved the hidden hazards, the migration game, and they also, the other most popular one was the bird watch, just the binoculars going for a little hike. So that was fun. I am running to the bank, and then actually I'm gonna drive because it'll be faster than running. And I'm getting a hot tub tonight, so I need to get out some money so I can pay the guy from my marketplace who's bringing it. So let's do that. Okay, it is now Sunday. The hot tub delivery went well. I had some friends come over and help me move it into place. The guy who I bought it from, he had like a hydraulic trailer bed, so I just like tilted down. He put it on some dollies and let me keep those. So it was super easy to get it into my backyard. It took us like no time at all. So that was awesome. So last summer, I actually bought a hot tub. And I bought it from someone that I knew. It was $300. It was old. It worked. Some of the jets didn't work. And I've always wanted a hot tub. So I thought that'd be the great price to like see if I actually used it as much as I thought. So I picked it up. It was in my driveway for a while. By the time I actually got the electric done to hook it up in my backyard, and then we moved it onto my patio, it was like so old and in rough shape, like the outer part, that it just made it so it was like the plumbing no longer was accurate. It just was leaking, and it just didn't work. So it's been sitting there not usable for a while. So I finally have been looking again and decided I'm obviously going to pay more than $300. So I found one that was willing to deliver it, which was awesome, and I'm going to show it to you guys. But today I'm just like scrubbing it out, cleaning it, and then I have the electrical done for the patio, but obviously I want someone to come hook it up for me. I don't want to mess with that. So I'm going to call an electrician tomorrow to try to get somebody to just come hook it up. So that shouldn't be difficult at all. But here it is. And I'll show you the old one too. The old one is so bad. Here's the old one. Somebody is going to be coming to pick this up and disposing it of me on, say the whole bottom fell out when we moved it. So it actually, like last year when I got it, I tried staining the side, and it actually didn't look bad like that side after I stained it. But just in general, it was not gonna work. So this one's just out of the way for right now. Someone's gonna come pick it up, dispose of it. They said early next week, so Monday or Tuesday, I'm hoping. Here's the new one, looks much better. I filled it up a little bit so I can kind of scrub and clean. You can see the brush is in here still. So I've just been going around the jets and scrubbing it, and then now I'm gonna empty it out the rest of the way. And then it'll be nice and clean. And hopefully I can just get it hooked up early this week, fill it up, and then start using it. I'm so excited. So anyways, day in the life that turned into being a little bit of a second part, because once people were here helping me move it, and then they hung out for a while, and I just kind of forgot I had even been making a video. So you'd be surprised how many times that happens, and I just never then post said videos. I have so many like half days recorded and I forget. So anyways, the field trip was good. I love going out there to that wildlife refuge. So much fun, just like outdoor learning. We learn a lot, and the kids have fun. They're tired when we get back. We didn't have too many ticks. A few of them had them on them and flicked them off. So it was a good day. And now it's a beautiful day out here. So I'm gonna finish draining my hot tub, get it all nice and clean, and be ready for it to get hooked up this week. So I'll definitely make a video once I have a working hot tub. So thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.